the final thing we wanted to talk about was around the plus 55 years of age. And I did mention this on a recent podcast with Bryce around the potential to contribute up to $300,000 of proceeds of the sale of your principal place of residence. And there are some conditions associated with that. Do you want to just talk to us around those conditions, Julia?
So you have to have owned the property for at least 10 years and you have to have covered it with your main residence exemption for some time in that period. You're not going to get a deduction for these contributions anyway. It's to encourage you to put more money in super. But both spouses get the $300,000 if it's a couple, and even that's the case even if the house is only in one name.
Ah, that is good to know. I did not know that last bit. So yeah, no, we had a Q&A recently, and that was where I'm saying, you know, it was great for them. They need to go and speak to a financial planner because there's a lot of moving parts in terms of what they were trying to do. But this makes obviously a lot of sense in terms of that downsizing. So in this particular case, for that money going in, is it taxed at the concessional or is it tax-free moving into the super?
Yeah, all non-deductible, non-concessional contributions go into super tax-free. The reason you're putting them in there is to get it into pension phase where the earnings on it will be tax-free too.
So it makes a lot of sense. So for those people who are new to understanding how super works, when you're in accumulation phase, any earnings that the super fund is making, you've got to pay tax on, and that tax is 15 cents for income. And if there's any capital gain, it's 10%. But in pension phase, as we go to air and as this is being recorded in May of 2025, there is no tax paid in pension phase. So, and we're starting to see again governments tinkering with people with high incomes to potentially start paying on their larger super balances. So that's going to be a big political debate that's going to go on across the country, fighting this aspiration versus equality debate that's going to go on.